You're watching the Brawadis NBA Show, and I'm your host, Brandon Awadis. Today's episode, we're going to be discussing the latest NBA trade rumors and news about upcoming free agents. We're going to start off with Denver, who it's known that they have a shaky relationship with their star point guard, Ty Lawson, and apparently they're trying to send him to Sacramento for their 6th overall pick in next year's draft. Sacramento recently hired head coach George Karl, who coached Ty Lawson in Denver a few years back, and Sacramento's they've been trying to make the playoffs these past few years, and they haven't gotten some good results. So adding Ty Lawson would help. I don't know if they would give up the 6th overall pick because you could draft someone who's potentially younger, has a higher ceiling than Ty Lawson, and is going to be way cheaper. Ty Lawson is owed $12 and $13 million over the next 2 years. So I'm not sure if the Kings buy it, but the Nuggets are trying to get that deal done. And now we head over to Cleveland, where David Griffin, Cleveland Cavaliers GM, says he expects LeBron James and Kevin Love to opt out of their contracts, which is no surprise. He also said that he expects both of them to be back. LeBron, he's back. You don't have to worry about that. He's going to re-sign. Short-term, long-term, doesn't matter. He's going back to Cleveland. Kevin Love, on the other hand, it's interesting GM says he's going to re-sign because obviously out of all the big-name free agents, he might be the one that people most expect to leave Cleveland. To make things worse for Kevin Love returning to Cleveland, Tristan Thompson's agent has let it be known to Cleveland that Tristan Thompson wants either a max contract or near max contract. He already turned down a $13 million a year contract over 4 years with Cleveland. So that gives you a little idea of what he's expecting. If they re-sign Tristan Thompson to a max contract, you don't expect to pay max money for someone who's coming off the bench. So if he does get that max contract, which I'm sure he will, just because if you guys didn't know, Tristan Thompson's agent is also LeBron James' agent. LeBron James likes Tristan Thompson. He wants him to stay with the Cavs. That's probably what's going to happen. Also, news regarding Golden State Warriors. First of all, congratulations to the Warriors on winning the NBA championship. It was impressive, mainly because they didn't add anyone to that team, any new players, and they went from being a 6th seed and a first round out in the playoffs to winning the championship. So hats off, that's impressive. They are working on a trade to get David Lee out of there. Not on bad terms, they're on good terms. They spoke with his agent, they spoke with David Lee. They don't want to keep him on the bench. They want to let him go somewhere where he's going to get playing time. I'm not sure if a team's going to buy. He's 32 years old and he makes over $15 million next year. But that's an expiring contract, so it's not like he's going to be on the books for a long time. I'm sure they'll find a trade partner for him. Another thing, Paul Pierce, Clippers. I mentioned it last show. Apparently, the Clippers do have interest in signing Paul Pierce. Doc Rivers recently came out and said that Lance Stevenson will not start as small forward. He's more of a utility player coming off the bench. So there is confirmed interest that the Clippers do have in Paul Pierce if he opts out with the Wizards. There's no word if he's going to opt out, but if he does, look closely. Him and the Clippers do have interest in each other. As I said before, he grew up in LA, Inglewood, played for Doc Rivers for 9 years. Last but not least, I'm not sure if this is more of a rumor scenario. I'm not sure, but Chad Ford, ESPN insider, came out today and said that if the Knicks don't like anyone available at number 4, that they're going to be looking to trade that pick. If they do trade it, he said something that intrigues them is trading that pick to the Phoenix Suns for star point guard Eric Bledsoe and Phoenix Suns first round pick number 13. As a Suns fan, that trade is terrible. You give up Eric Bledsoe, who's proven to be a starting point guard in this league, two-way player, defense, offense, and still improving. He's only been a starter for a year and a half, not even a year and a half, a year and like 2 months. You're also giving up your 13th pick in a deep draft for the 4th overall pick. Look at it this way. D'Angelo Russell, Jahlil Okafor, and Karl Anthony Towns will likely be gone by number 4. So you're essentially trading Eric Bledsoe and potentially Frank Kaminsky, Devin Booker, Bobby Portis, one of those, Trey Lyles, one of those players, Miles Turner, for who Chris Porzingis, Emmanuel Mudiay. You're giving up Bledsoe and a first-round pick for someone who may or may never turn out to be as good as Bledsoe. I don't like that. If that trade ever did happen, which there's no legs to it, it's just a scenario that he brought up. If that trade did happen, the Knicks would be robbing the Suns. I do not think the Suns go for it. They just traded Dragic last year. Bledsoe's under contract for 4 more years, so I don't think that happens. If it does, the Knicks just robbed Phoenix blind. We'll see. Draft night, as I said, 1 week away. I can't wait. I'm sure you guys can't wait. This is it for the second episode of the Brawadis NBA Show. We just went over the latest news going around the NBA. I hope you guys enjoyed.